friends, it's Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie, and we are here today to wish you a very happy November. I can't believe it's come so soon. We changed time this weekend. Hi, baby. So I am really just excited, and I'm trying to make sure that we're broadcasting here. I'm not sure if we are. Let me just confirm. I always am worried about it. Let's see. There we go. Okay, we are. We're broadcasting great. And it's good to see you guys. I'm so happy that you've stopped by both on Facebook and on YouTube. Welcome. I'm glad you've come today because we are going to make something really special. It's called a loaded envelope. And I just learned about it recently, and it's really fun, and I think it's going to help us with our gift giving for the holidays. So that's why I wanted to show it to you. I don't know what the weather is like where you are, but here, what's happening, baby? What's happening? Are you just anxious to go take your nap? You are. Our weather here is warm. Today it's, I think, in the low 80s. It's been really nice. And I know some parts of the country are chilly, and I hope we can give you just a little, bring you a little bit of sunshine today on our video, our Facebook Live. So I'm going to put Ellie down because I have so much to show you today, and I don't want to waste any time. So, prizes. Okay. The prize last week was this was a Celebration die set. Let me put it over here. A Celebration die set called Summer Shadows Dies. And I asked you to put down the word prize if you wanted the dies. And the winner of the dies is our very own Kay Phipps, who is one of my regular watchers. And I'm so happy, Kay, that you won. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Linda. Hi, Roz. And Ray, good to see all of you. So this is, this prize goes to Kay Phipps, and when she comes on, you all can help me. She usually comes on every time. So you all can tell me I've got her address, no problem. So I will get this out to Kay very quickly. And I'm so happy that she won these because I know she wanted them. And so the gift for next week is this was in our annual catalog a few years ago. This is called a pressed petal journal, and I think, let's see, on both sides it has like an impression. You can see it's a floral kind of an embossed kind of look, and the reason I chose it, I had an extra one, and the reason I chose it is because I think it would go really well in the loaded envelope that we're going to make today. So I thought whoever wins it might like to slip it in that loaded envelope and give it as a gift, or keep it for yourself, of course. It's like a little diary, a little notebook. You can decorate it all up. I would decorate it to match the loaded envelope. Okay, so write the word prize if you want this, and it's called the Pressed Petals Journal, but you don't need to say that, just say the word prize, and you'll be entered in the drawing to win this fun journal that will go in the loaded envelope. Okay, what else do we have to talk about? Our whole time today is going to be about Eden's Garden, because Eden's Garden is a whole new collection that just came out yesterday, just went live yesterday. As demonstrators, we were able to get it early. And so everything today is going to be talking about Eden's Garden, specifically the Ever Eden Designer Series paper, which is so beautiful. Now, the other parts of the Eden Garden collection are this beautiful stamp set. I've been showing it most of October. I was showing it. It's gorgeous. You can now get it. It is going to also be in our spring mini catalog that goes January to June 2022. And it will be available then, but it's an early release along with the gorgeous Eden dies. And these are just beautiful. I've been showing them. I'll continue showing them. There's also some cotton paper and some gems, which I didn't even order until yesterday. I didn't even, because most of October they were out of, we couldn't even order them as demonstrators, but now they're in. And so I don't even have them yet. And I can't wait to see them, and you'll be the first to see them. And I got an extra pack, so they may be a prize. Just be watching. Thanks, Trudy, for sharing. So let's see what we're going to make today. I'm going to turn the camera down. Oh, one more thing I forgot to tell you. Okay, beginning tomorrow and for the whole month of November, but starting tomorrow, we're having a special on our ultimate bundle, which is the kit, what we call the starter kit. And normally it's $99 and you get $125 of Stampin' Up! Product. You choose whatever you want and it ships free. That's a $26 of bonus product. But starting tomorrow, $75 for the starter kit. You get $125 worth of product of your choice, including the Eden's Garden products, and it all ships free, which is another 10% credit, really, because the shipping is about 10%. So for only $75, you can get the starter kit, and every order after that, everything you purchase is 20% off. I mean, that's how I started as a demonstrator, and I had no intention of going further at all. And I have many of my gals on my Sweet Stampers team. They're what we call hobby stampers, and they're just happy to stamp and get the discount. Now, I had a little Zoom get together with my current Sweet Stampers team earlier this week on Monday night, and I asked them what do they love about being a demonstrator. And the things they said were, number one, the discount, 20% off, and you can work up to getting 25% off. That's what I get. It's 25% off everything I purchase. Okay, that's the number one benefit to being a demonstrator. The second benefit is the friendships, because you become friends, if you want to, with so many demonstrators. My team has 43 at the moment, and if you would like to join my team, you would be number 44. We have Zoom meetings, we have all kinds of fun things, challenges. I have a private Facebook page group just for my Sweet Stampers, very private, and we share all kinds of fun things. Plus, I send you goodies, which is a really fun reason to join. And the third reason that they said was great for joining is early access to products. Now, like right now, we're looking forward to, I mentioned to you, the January to June 2022 catalog. All of us that are demonstrators are going to have early access a month early. Actually, maybe, well, we have a month and a half early access to seeing the new catalog, and a month early access to buying the products. And I'll have even a little more, because those of us going to our big virtual conference called Onstage next week, we will be getting the ability to buy. So a whole month and a half early, I'm able to purchase new product, and we all love getting a sneak peek, and being able to buy the new stuff early. So it's a wonderful time to get the ultimate bundle, which is the starter kit. There's no obligation. You're there for, I think now you're there until through March. No obligation, but you'll want to purchase stuff with 20% off right away after you get your starter kit. I would love to have you on my team. That's starting tomorrow. I have it all about it on my blog and on Facebook here, but it's a great time. And those of you who are watching, you know I love you, and I would love to see you. Roz has been playing with her Eden's Garden product, and it is fun. Okay, are you ready for the loaded envelope? Here we go. I'm going to show you two loaded envelopes that I've made, and I'm going to show them first while I'm face to face with you like this, and then I'm going to put the camera down. But they're kind of large, and so you want to get the full scope of them. I'm going to kind of get out of the way. How am I going to get? I'll just put it right in front of my face. I'll peek around to make sure you can see it. So this is the loaded envelope. It has, and you don't have to stuff it. I have stuffed it with all kinds of fun stuff like this. It's a rosette. Some people call it a lolly. And I've stuffed it with, because I gave it away. I gave this away as a prize at my Sweet Stampers get together on Monday night. I'm keeping it just to show you, but so I loaded it with things that are Stampin' Up. And these are the retired pearls that are so beautiful, Stampin' Dimensionals, some Stampin' Blends. I just loaded that up. Okay, then I'm going to show you the bottom. Let me bring it back over here. There's a couple of pockets in here, right across here. And in here I put, this is a tag. I've got a cute little paper clip. I've got another tag. I'm going to put it down so you can see in a minute. I'll show it to you. And this is one I made actually today and loaded this one up. This is using our Ever Eden, I want to check that name, Ever Eden Designer Series paper. I made a fun lolly or rosette from our paper. And then I've loaded this one up for, just for a female probably. I've got some Kleenex in here and some hand sanitizer. Let me get it more over so I know the lighting isn't terrific. Here's the bottom pocket, and it has, this is a tag that you would write on, that you would give your gift, and this is a lipstick. And on this one, I've added a back pocket, and we're going to do that today. And I've added some pens and a little 3x5 post-it. Okay, now I'm going to turn it down so you can see more closely and show you more details. Okay, here we go. Here's the one we were, oops, here's the one we were just looking at. And here is the, oops, I'm sorry. Here's the lolly, which is like a rosette that you make. And I can show you, I can't show you today, but I've been thinking about doing a YouTube on this. And here it is on the back. You put the stick under there, and this is just a skewer, like a skewer from when you're having shish kebabs or something. And so this, they do this in a lot of them, and they just tuck it right down in there at an angle so that it sits right on top. I've added Kleenex in. This is the pocket here, the top pocket, and you can scoot in some antibacterial stuff. And this is a little paper clip that I made using a glue gun. I'm going to show you these things because I want to get to the right place. We are not going to decorate it today. What I'm going to do is show it to you. Kay, I see that you're there. Did you see that you won the dies, the prize from last week? Yay! Yay, Kay! Okay, I wanted to make sure you know. So this is a little paper clip. All I did was do the hot glue gun on the back of that. Most of these have little paper clips. So this is the front pocket, and I'm just going to show you. It's kind of a double pocket. Let me get it so you can see. So right in there, but you've got two little slips, two little places to put things, and you'll see it better as we actually make it. So here I put in a little lip gloss. I actually had the paper clip up here, but you can put it anywhere. And I made this cute little tag using soft succulent cardstock in some of our DSP. And this tucks right in here so it pops out cute. Then on the reverse, well, that keeps wanting to, oh goodness sake. Okay, so here's the back pocket. You have to handle these gently, and I put in the pens, and this is, I might do a video on this one time. Yes, you won! This is a little Post-it note holder, and I used our Pretty Designer Series paper for that. So that is the Eden's Garden one. And then this is the one, close up I'll show you, that I made for one of my Sweet Stampers with all the goodies. The difference on this one is, right here I made a tag, and attached it with a bow, and it's on Stampin' Dimensionals. I use the Whimsy and Wonder DSP. You're welcome, Kay. And I cut out some of the gifts from the Designer Series paper. This is a little paper clip with the gifts on it. And again, I just glue gunned inside 2 little gifts. And then I made this tag that you would use to give the gift. And this is from the Scallop Contour dies, some of the Designer Series paper. And on the back, you could write, you know, to my good friend. So, and this is the pocket. I lined this with this ribbon, and I lined the top with our bedazzled paper that we had during Celebration. One reason I wanted to show these to you now is because I think they're kind of like Christmas stockings. And I think I'm actually going to make one for my little niece. And I think she's into nail polish and all kinds of pretty things. And her birthday's coming up at the end of the month. And I'm going to make one of these and put it in a padded envelope and send to her because I think she'll really like it. So the main thing is to learn how to make the envelope, and then you load it up and you decorate it to your heart's content. Now here's an empty one that I wanted to use to show you more. It takes only one 12 by 12 piece of Designer Series paper. And here is the main big pocket up here. This one did not have a back pocket. And then here's the front pocket, and you can look down in there. It's kind of hard to see. And there are actually 2 in there, and you'll see when I make it here in a minute. And here's some ribbon that I just put across. So let's get started. We're going to use our Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull this out because we have a 12 by 12 piece of our Designer Series paper. And again, we're using the Ever Eden paper, and so that you can see how beautiful it is. So the way you make this, it's very, very easy. You've got your 12 by 12 piece, okay? You score it, you put the top where you want the top to be. Now this is kind of the same on all sides. Let's see. I wonder what we want to turn up. We want to know what we want to turn up here. So that's the reason you want to know your top from your bottom. Let's see if we did it this way, the part that would turn up would be this part. I think I'm going for the dark. Don't you think we should have the dark part turn up for the bottom? Okay, so let's do it that way. So this is going to be our bottom side. This will be the top. So on each left and right of the 12 by 12, we're going to score 3 1/4. And so that's easy to remember. Remember to put your cutting blade up to the top. We're just going to use the score blade, and we're just going to score at 3 1/4. Now, we know we want to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to just flip it over. Don't let that confuse you. I'm just going to flip it over and do 3 1/4 on this side also. And do our scoring. Okay. Now we can put it right side up again, and what we have is on both sides we have a score line at 3 1/4. And then on the bottom we want to make our pocket, we're going to score at 3 3/4. Those are all the numbers you have to remember. So this is bigger, this measurement is 3 3/4, like that. Okay, that's our scoring. Let's take it away and see. You like the dark? Okay. So we're going to look on the back because I think we can see our score lines a little better. And we can see the 2 on the sides and the 1 on the bottom. So let's come back around this side, and what we're going to do is, nope, we went the in. This is going to be our inside. So we're going to fold these 2, the 2 sides, to the inside like this. And that is the main thing about our envelope. This is the base of it. Okay, so all we're going to do is press down our folds. We're going to burnish the score lines. Now, you see that one piece, can you see that one is further over than the other one? So it doesn't, you know, just so you know, that's how it's going to adhere with the flap over. Okay, now we're going to make our corners. It's kind of like a shirt collar, and what we do is we pull the corner down and line it up on this side and just press it. We want to make sure it lines up just right. Okay, and then we burnish that line. And this is the opening, this kind of gives the opening to the pocket. So we do the same thing over on this side. We bring that down, that corner down, so that it matches right there, and form a triangle. Burnish that, and there is the beginning of your pocket right here. Anthony! The paper, Ellison, is 12 by 12. Good to see you, Anthony. I'm so glad you could pop in at this late, at this late hour for you. I know it's midnight or later, but anyway, okay, so here's the pocket. And then this is the rest of the envelope. So what we're going to do now, and we're going to use a lot of tear and tape because we want this to be secure so it can hold the goodies that we're going to put in it, right? So we talked about the fact that this piece right here is the one that goes over. They don't meet in the middle. This one is longer. So what we're going to do is we're going to put, I'll bring this up so you can see, we're going to put some tear and tape on here because we're going to secure the front of the envelope. So we're just going to put that tear and tape all the way down. And then for this one, we're going to put the tear and tape up here so that when we fold it over, it's got two kind of places where it's all secure, where it's going to be really stuck together, because that's how it's going to hold that hand sanitizer and pens and all the goodies we're going to put in it. Now I usually just really press to get that nice and adhered there. And now we're going to come back in and remove the top layer. If we can get it, there we go. We just remove that one, and then we're going to remove the top layer here. I'm also going to be giving this, I don't know, I think I might give loaded envelopes on Christmas Day to my daughter, and we always get together with her mother-in-law. Okay, so press down, and there is our loaded envelope all secured on the front. Okay, like that, holding the bottom. Okay, now what we're going to do is just fold up on that lower score line, and this is going to make that lower pocket. Now, you might be concerned that this is kind of, you might say wonky or something, it's, there's too much paper in there, but that's what we want, because that amount of looseness is going to allow us to put things in the center. And this is how we end up with two pockets, because the inside here is a pocket, and then when we adhere the sides, behind that is another pocket. So you've got two pockets in there. So we're going to do the same thing right here with our tear and tape. Isn't this super easy, you guys? When I saw how easy it was, I've just been having too much fun, because the fun is in the decorating, really. This is just the base, and then you make all kinds of fun stuff to fill it and decorate it up. And oh my gosh, I have made cards, but then I'm making cards so I can hurry up and make some more of these, because I've been having so much fun. Whoops. Okay, let's try that one more time. And get that little first layer to pop off there. Sometimes we just need to go at it a different direction. There we go. Okay, that one's off, and let's pull this one off, and then we are going to have the basis of our loaded envelope. It is fun, isn't it, Anthony? It's a good design. I mean, it's not my idea. I found it, I heard about these, I saw some other demonstrators making them, and I went on YouTube and found out how to do it. And this was the easiest way. There are some that have it gusseted in here, but I would not want to. That looked, you know me, I don't like, the more numbers and measurements, the harder it is for me. So here is your basic loaded envelope. Pocket, and then two pockets down here. Now, you might wonder, what are we going to do here? I saw some people put pretty brads right here to hold the little collar corners down. I don't know. I didn't feel that was necessary. You could definitely do it, but I just decided to just glue them down and be done with it, because this is another place to decorate, right? That's just me. Decorate, and then just adhere that down. And then what we're going to do now is create the back pocket. You don't have to do a back pocket, but I just thought it was fun, and as long as I'm showing you, I wanted to show you how to do the back pocket. So let's turn it over, and what we want to do now, I've already cut this piece, and it's longer, but it's 6.5 by 3.5. We're going to end up with a pocket that is 5.5, which is the, let me put this up here so you can see it. 5.5 is the width of the envelope, and so we're going to score in 1/2 inch on each side and 1/2 inch on the bottom. So let's get out our paper trimmer again and do that. Let's start with the bottom, and we're going to score it at 1/2. Again, be sure you're scoring and not cutting, and then 1/2 on each side. And we're just going to fold those up and tear and tape those down also. 1/2 inch there, and 1/2 inch here. Okay. Those are our corners. That's if you want to make the back pocket. Okay. So we're going to fold and burnish each line, each score line. Fold and burnish the bottom. And then what we're going to do actually, and you've seen this in other projects, we're going to cut out the squares on both corners so they don't bulk up the envelope. It's already pretty bulky, so I'm just going to cut out those little squares. Just like that. Okay. And now all we have to do is put our tear and tape again on all these sides, and then we're going to adhere it to the back of the envelope. I love tear and tape. You know, it's just easy. All you need to do is tear it. Put it down and it tears. You don't need to even stop to get your scissors out. I like that. Okay, so there we go. And let's press it down really firmly so the glue adheres there, and then when we pull the little top protector piece off, it stays down. Okay, so now we're going to lift these all off, the little covers. There's one. Whoops. Okay, let's go back at it. There. And this side. Now, one thing to be thinking about when you're doing this is what ribbons might you want to use, or you could use more strips of cardstock. I'm going to show you both today to do the to begin adorning and decorating your envelope. That really sets out where the pockets are. It shows where the pockets are. So I'm going to show you. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is the back of our envelope. Okay, and here's the bottom. And the first thing I want to do is put the bottom on the bottom, right? So all we need to do is just get it right up in there. Let me see, that might need to, well, we're just going to leave it like that. It's a little bit crooked. Let's see if we can fix that. Yeah, we're just going to leave it. Sometimes when I'm on live, you don't do it as perfect as you would want to. So we're just going to put that up, and see, that's where I did, right there is where I kind of didn't go down far enough, but you can hardly see it, right? And then I'm going to take my bone folder again and go in here and press those pieces down to make sure they're well adhered. And there's your back pocket, and again, it's kind of loose in here so you can fit things under there. So there's the base of your loaded envelope. This is the base of it, and now you get to load it. Okay. Now, I've already pulled out a strip of this because I thought this might look nice on the front here as a, what I'm saying is to line the front of the pocket so you can tell where the pocket begins. You can use anything. We could, if we wanted to, here's the same paper, we could use a piece of this, but I feel like it's a little bit boring when we have this gorgeous paper. Or we could, now see, it wouldn't go there. Back here, we might use one of those, or that, or, see, when you have this gorgeous paper, you just have so many beautiful choices. And we know the width of the envelope is 5.5. So now we're going to get out our cutting blade and let's cut at 5.5 so that we can adhere this. And here, this is the place where you might adhere ribbon or the DSP. I wouldn't use cardstock because I think it's too thick. And so this is the 5.5. Whatever width your strip is, that's okay. Let's get that out of there. And now we have our little strip to put across there. Or do I want to change my mind and do that one or this one? I think I kind of like this one now that I have it out of your way so you can't see it, right? I don't know. I guess I'll go with the one I cut. Why not? And for these, I just use glue. I'm just going to use some glue. Of course, you could use tear and tape, but this it isn't the same as adhering the actual pockets that are going to hold the goodies, the stuff. Okay, so there we have a liner there. And this is our back pocket. Okay, and we can see, actually, let's see. We could see how things can just pop right into that back pocket. It's a little bit long for the camera, so I want to make sure that you can see all of it. Now let's turn over and go back to the front. And this is where I wanted to put this piece because I think it's just a little fun looking to line the top of this pocket right here. So let's put some glue on. And what I've been doing with mine is I just look around for decorating purposes, to decorate your loaded envelope. I just look around and see what I've got. I keep scraps, you know, don't you, of if you cut something and you don't use it, I just keep the scraps in a drawer and then I can use them. Now, isn't that just cute? There is your envelope that you can load up. And I got this crazy idea, this wonderful crazy idea when I was using my glue gun earlier today. I made a skewer of peppermint candies. And here's the back. I just glued with, I was going crazy with the hot glue gun. So you could put this in, you know, you could do a candy loaded envelope. That would be cute for Christmas, wouldn't it? A candy loaded envelope. And so now all you do is you just, let me show you the one I did earlier today. I'm just going to show you what it looks like pretty much empty so that you can get some more ideas. So I did the paper clip and adhered with the glue gun the bow that I think goes well. I made the tag that you can slip in. I had some of these stars that I'd cut. This is from the Gingerbread and Peppermint Suite, and I put one of those on and put a cute matte dot on it. These were from, I don't know what, they're little pieces of, little bits of holly I glued together to decorate there. For this one, I put gold ribbon across. Can you see that? To indicate the pocket. And down here, this is from the Sweet Little Stockings set. If you have that, that would be another cute thing. I used the stamp, colored it in with blends, and cut it out with the die and adhered it here and put a little, let me see if I can get it so you can really see that, a little bow from the twine. And here's a snowflake. You can buy a package of the snowflakes, and I want to get that so you can see. I put a little another little bow, paper cut bow, and a little gem on there. And then for the back here, this is how I indicated the back pocket. So I'll just kind of line those up so that you can see. This one has stayed full. This is my one for one of my Sweet Stampers, my demonstrator team. So there are all the adorable loaded envelopes. I'm going to come back here now. Let's see. Here we go. Don't you just love them? I'm just going to hold, it's so much more fun to see them held up so that you can really see their size. I mean, you hold it in your hands, and it has the fun little lolly coming out. You can lower that a little bit by putting it at an angle. And I just think they're so cute. I have had more fun than you can know making these things, and I'm going to be making a bunch of them for Christmas. I hope you have enjoyed learning how to do this. I think it's not too, Allison, it's 12 by 12. It's a 12 by 12 sheet. It's all made with one 12 by 12 sheet. Remember, 3 1/4 inches scored on 2 sides, 3 3/4 on the bottom. I'm going to post this on YouTube so that you can always go back, and plus you can always see it here on Facebook. But just remember those numbers: a 12 by 12 sheet, 3 1/4 on each side, and 3 3/4 along the bottom. And the things to remind you about, the Eden's Garden early release. Get some of this paper and use it for these envelopes. It really is beautiful, and you can use any color to go with it, but red is really pretty. And don't forget, starting tomorrow and for the rest of the month, you can get a starter kit for only $75. You get $125 worth of product, and it all ships free. And after that, everything is 20% off. Okay, friends, thank you so much for stopping by today and watching the loaded envelope. Be sure you put prize if you want the prize, which is, I forgot, the little notebook that I already tested, and it will fit perfectly right inside one of the loaded envelopes. What did I do with it? Let's just take one last look. Okay, here's the notebook. It fits in there just perfectly, right in there. I don't want to break my little star. I have to lay it down to do it. But it would also probably fit on the back. So, love you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Anthony, thank you. It's so good to see you. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye-bye.